Freedom of expression is important for any citizens, for journalists, for human rights defenders, to remain involved in today's complex societies and to have a word to say on many challenging problems like political corruptions or political rights, like all kinds of wrongdoings which make this world complex. After 15 years of EU reform process, Turkey has unfortunately fallen into authoritarian regime, especially after the 15 July 2016 coup attempt. Political parties, civil rights defenders, human rights movement, and also critical media get deeply restricted and submit to crackdown. Today, as a Reporter Without Borders in Turkey, we try to maintain our solidarity with dozens of journalists behind bars, their relatives, mainstream media group under government control, and human rights defenders and opposition party leaders currently under judiciary threat. So we are a part of a very dynamic human rights advocacy groups, but the crackdown are unprecedented, and we try to raise the voice of those who don't have this possibility. What is motivating me is an ideal for facilitating the life of my colleagues, to advocate for the release of my colleagues, and I believe that isolated societies are very dangerous, and it's important to contribute for this transparency trend. The lack of recognition of the government or civil society is a very serious problem. So I believe that the best way to ensure freedom of expression is to bring strong protection to journalists, whistleblowers, artists, deeply committed to bring resonance to people's problems. The most challenging time for me was when my wife and my son visited me at prison. It was very difficult to explain to your son that you are not a terrorist, you just fight for freedom of the media, and of course you are not a chief, you are not a terrorist. It was really challenging, but unfortunately many children in Turkey are used to learn how the life is tough and harsh. My proudest moment was when dozens of lawyers, deputies, colleagues or friends come to visit me at prison or demonstrated in front of the prison. So I said to myself, maybe you are behind bars, but you succeed to bring together all these very different people, and you deserve that this solidarity is there. When I close my eyes at night, I see many countries like Turkey dominated day after day by populist political tendencies with the support of ultranationalist groups. So my dream for the future is to live in a more sustainable Turkey, and writing a book on my 2-decade experience challenge in Turkey.